Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm supposed to be working on my craft table, but you can see I really haven't got that far. I mean, I'm having trouble getting motivated, and my wife, she wants to come out and help, but any of you who are moms know that a mom never gets much free time, especially with three 12-year-olds in the house. She is just busy all the time, so I don't pressure her. I wait until it's convenient because, you know, I know that she has a lot on her plate. Really, what you're seeing with the table is it's not going to get a lot more than this. I mean, we'll have a couple of display cases on the table. We'll have a light behind it, and we'll just kind of clean it up a little bit. I do like to keep it simple. You know, I don't want a lot of clutter on the table. But what I'm here for tonight is my wife's girlfriend was cleaning out her basement, and she happened to have this rolling cart. It's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 little trays in it. And the nice thing about these, my boys use them upstairs in the bonus room. They sort their Lego bricks into them. And they have, I think, 4 of these already. And she knew that they had them. And she told my wife that she had a spare one, did not need it, did not want it, and gave it to her for the boys. So what I'll do tonight real quick is I'm going to throw this together and get it upstairs so that they can put their Legos in it. And the hope is that they will keep their Legos organized and keep the room upstairs, the bonus room, clean, so when we have guests, it looks nice. That part never works. If you have boys, you know what I mean. Legos everywhere. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this together tonight, and shouldn't take long. First thing we want to do is just get this out of the box. Let's leave all the styrofoam in these trays. It'll be easier to put them in. That's everything. Whoa. And it is. I'm just installing these little caps. Just installing these little caps in the bottom of the side rails, and these are what the wheels clip into. Next up, we've got these little metal rails, and we're going to put them between the 2 side pieces and basically just form sort of an outer shell. Let's see, is there anything else we need? Yep, that's what I was thinking. There's a little, what we've got. A little easier getting up that time. We've got this little metal washer / spacer, which I don't know how well you can see it. It's got kind of a curve in it. This will lay against the inside of the brace. And then I've got a bolt with a hex head on it that will go on the outside of the side brace and basically bolt it to the little bar. And there are 4 of those little bars. So let's get those put on. Okay. We'll stick the screw through the bolt through the outside, put the little washer on the inside, and we can just thread this on by hand to start with. Let's go ahead and put the other other three on here, and then we'll get the other side attached and we'll tighten them down. Stick the bolt through here. Whoops, stick the little washer on this side. The set came with an Allen wrench. I'm going to go ahead and tighten all of these down before we attach the other side. I don't want to over tighten them because I don't want to strip them out. This is not the highest quality metal that there is. These are pretty chintzy, let's say, but they work great for what we're going to use them for. All right. Pardon me, I got a little tickle in my throat there. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's bring the box back over. I don't want to lay this on the ground and scratch it all up. So we'll use the box to sort of protect it a little bit. Let's see. Put the bolt through here. Put the washer/spacer on. We'll do the opposite corner, which will allow this thing to stay put while I attach the other two corners. And I'm not tightening these all the way down. I'm just taking them down a little bit because I've got to be able to reach underneath of the side brace here to be able to put the washer on. So just tighten them down enough to hold them in place so we can work with it. One last one. Not threading, I must have missed the, not quite square. There we go. Snug this up. And I'll go ahead and do the opposite corner. There we are. Now that we've got that, let's go back and snug all of the bolts, make sure everything is nice and tight. Once again, not wanting to over tighten it because I don't want to strip anything out. This side here I actually got pretty tight. This was the side that was on top when I had it laying on the box. All right. Now let's see. Let's go ahead and put the top piece on. Where did I lay it? There it is. Something just doesn't look right. It's like I'm missing something. I guess not. That piece just actually snaps on there. I thought there might have been a couple of screws to hold that in place, but there's not. Let's go ahead and pop the wheels in. Once again, I'll bring the cardboard box back over. I'm going to adjust the camera so you can see. Whew, that's hard on my knees. Just put them in the little slot, give them one good pop, and they're locked in place. All right. Whoops, looks like one of the wheels might be locked. Yep, sure is. We have a couple of locking wheels. There we go. Not too bad. Now let's put the drawers together. I thought I'd bring you down a little closer to the action for the drawers. We have 10 drawers and they have these little plastic silver knobs. We need to attach them. So right now I'm going to go ahead, get all the knobs attached and get the drawers slid into the unit. And then we'll take it upstairs for the boys. The screws for the knobs just use a standard number 2 Phillips screwdriver. So this should be no problem. Pull the plastic off. We can start them by hand. And then just give them a quick snug. Give you a quick look. It's going together quite nicely. We have 3 drawers left. Well, I'm happy to say that it's ready to go. So why don't we take it upstairs and drop it off in the bonus room. I've got the 5th one up here. And as you can see, the other 4 are loaded down. Looks like that one there might need a little tightening up. So I brought the Allen wrench with me. I'm going to hand that to the boys, and they're going to take care of that. I'd like to thank you for joining me for that little project. It wasn't anything really major, but my boys were pretty excited when I walked upstairs. I didn't show that on camera because they're in their pajamas and stuff, and I didn't want to put that on camera, but they were like, "Oh, another rack for Legos," you know. So they were pretty excited about it. They're upstairs right now. I gave them the wrench and told them there are 4 screws on the left, 4 screws on the right. Tighten them all up on the other 4 units, and then bring me the Allen wrench back. That way, because the one looked like it was about to go. They get a lot of use though. I mean, they pull them out away from the wall and they can bring them over to the hockey table, and that's where they build their Lego cities and their Lego ships and everything, because they can roll those right up to the table and they can just build, and then they roll them back out of the way. So they're kind of, you know, it's an inexpensive, great way to store and sort the Lego bricks. I'm glad to have that out of the garage too. I did mention that I'm going to be cleaning my garage. My goal is to declutter this garage. I want this clutter gone. My wife has a huge family, and we get together a lot over the holidays. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, 4th of July. We have a lot of people over, and I want the garage to be clean, so that I bought a 14,000 BTU heater / air conditioner. The garage is insulated, and I want the floor clean, so when everyone comes over, we got a gathering place. You know, we can sit out here and set up. I've got 5 8-foot tables. We can set those up, and we can, you know, have meals. We can play games. They like to play different board games. They like to play cards. So we could just kind of make this usable space. And heck, if somebody knocks a drink over, drops a plate of food, it's a garage floor. Who the heck cares? You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get that done. And I think what we'll do is, once we get it cleaned up, I want to put some more paint on the walls. The color out here is probably fine, but it needs to be touched up because it got kind of beat up when we moved in, and stuff leaning against the walls, things like that. But anyway, this video has gotten way too long. I'm going to go ahead and end it. I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and I've got some other projects I got to get to. So have a great evening.